in all kind of windmill palms and sago palms and all kind of palm trees. But one thing about it was, even though I was investing the money in all those bushes and all those trees, my finances wouldn't allow me to buy the full size. So what I do is I found a nursery that sold them in the 3-gallon size, which was a lot less expensive than they would have been if I had bought a big one. Because you know, Reverend Hill, if I had bought a big palm tree, that thing would have cost me a couple of $100s, and I didn't have the finances for that. But if I bought a 3-gallon, it would only cost me about $20 or $30. So planted all these nice bushes and got to watch them grow for the first year, and then that's when God moved on our heart and moved to Memphis. So we moved to Memphis. We're in Brunswick. Make a longer story a little less long. We're in Memphis. We're in Brunswick last month and rolled by the house. And y'all, I was so proud. I was proud, y'all, because those hawthorn bushes had gotten about yay high, and those lower petals were a beautiful purplish color, and those Nandina firepowers, even though it was in springtime. Yeah, if y'all know, for you gardeners that know about Nandina firepowers, the colder the season get, the oranger and redder in color they get. They start out a greenish color in spring, but by winter they're a deep, dark, beautiful, beautiful red color, orange red color. And I mean, they were big, and the hawthorn had it white buds on it, and the windmill palms had grown full, and the sago palms had grown about yay high and had beautiful stems on them, and the other palms were beautiful. And I was like, I did all of that. I planted that seed, and look at them. I planted those trees, now look at them. Kim even made the comment, those the same bushes you planted? Everything in her is a bush. Those the same bushes you planted? I was like, yep, and I'm saying to myself, man, that's how it looks to be. And that's how hopefully that seed that we plant, or those no's that we get, eventually turn out as beautiful, sprouted Christians, individuals proclaiming Christ. That's what we have to realize, that every now and then we're going to encounter that no. But if we're faithful and do what we are set up to do, that's why success is. We said success is what? How is success measured? By our obedience to share. I know that's hard because the world system says success is measured by wins and losses. But God says, I measure success by your commitment, by your obedience to follow my word. That's what we're striving to do. So what do I do after I ask the fifth question? I wait and I pray. And we have to remember that prayer is very important, because as we want to petition God to be merciful and request that Satan be bound. That's going to be what we're petitioning God to, for God to be merciful and that he bound Satan. Because after all, there's 4.5 foot to go with 1 second on the clock. If I give it my best effort and that ball falls that short of the goal line, guess what? I may have not won, but I still won. Now you can say, how did you not win but you still won? Because I've done what? I've been obedient to God. So when the answer yes comes from a person's heart, this is the moment that he or she becomes saved. Hear me. When I ask that fifth and final question, are you ready to invite Jesus into your life and into your heart? The moment that individual says yes, at that point, they're saved. And I know you deep religious folk are saying, no, no, no. They've got to say, I believe Jesus died for my sin. I believe he was raised from the dead with all power in his hand. And because of that, I'm saved. That yes is an affirmation to all of them. We're going to ask them. They're going to recite that. They're going to say that. They're going to say that prayer. But the moment they say yes is the moment that they have obtained salvation. This is also a good time to lead a new convert in saying the sinner's prayer, which is what I was referring to. That's at that point that we're going to lead them to saying the sinner's prayer, which is confessing what they have proclaimed by saying yes, that they believe and they're willing to accept. Now, one thing that we can't stress enough is that it is important to always be prepared to share Jesus without fear. Always. No matter where you may be, no matter where you are, you should always be prepared to share Jesus without fear. Why, you're asking? Because sharing Jesus can happen unexpected. You can be at Carrabba's having you after Sunday church dinner, and you just went up to the maitre d' and gotten the little buzzer, and you've taken your seat to wait for it to go off, and you're sitting down and you're hearing the conversation going on next to you that has presented the opportunity for you to share Jesus without fear. Because the couple next to you you're talking about, they don't know how they're going to be able to make it with one car because their car just broke down. I'm just using some. And that may be your opportunity to intervene and say, what happened to your car? You engage in the conversation and they may tell you about how car just been acting up and things been going wrong lately. They don't know, they ain't got no luck. I ain't got no luck. That has always, since I have done, this is another side, since I have done share Jesus without fear, that has been my number one cue word to share Jesus without fear. That word, it makes me shiver. Luck. I don't know why, I guess it makes me shiver because it convicts me every time I hear it, because I used to love saying it. It went for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. But how many times over the course of a week do we hear someone say, child, you got good luck. You lucky. Good things always happen to you. I need to rub you and get some of that luck. And you say, why would you say that I'm lucky? That's a share Jesus without fear opportunity. Engage them just by asking that question. They say, well, you get their response. They say, let me ask you, do you have any kind of spiritual belief? That is the first question that we ask in this. See how easy it is to segue? But so we always, it can happen unexpected because God will sometimes place the lost in our paths without notice. He'll do it without notice. We may decide that we're going to go out and evangelize June the 8th. And God may place someone in your path May 31st. What are you going to do? Say, well, we're planning on going out June the 8th, so I'll get back. Are we going to do that? You have to always be prepared.